How do teachers go behind bars?
We're about to find out. Music teacher Naomi Craig has just admitted she is a rapist, had sex multiple times with a young boy who was one of her students. Now, a lot of blokes will be thinking there's no crime here. There aren't many schoolboys who haven't fantasised about having sex with a female teacher.
This was a crime.
A serious one. The kid was 12 when the abuse started at Frederick Irwin Anglican School south of Perth. If a 33-year-old man had sex with a 12-year-old girl, we'd be saying lock him up and throw away the key. The question is, will the judge hearing the case apply the same level of societal outrage when the victim's a boy and the perpetrator's a woman?
It's a lot of pressure on the judge.
Well, before we talk about that, let's make one thing clear. Naomi Craig is quite clearly bonkers. She doesn't just have sex with this kid, she gets pregnant by him and then celebrates that crime like this. That's her in December posing for glamour maternity shots a few days before she's charged with a raft of sexual penetration of a child offences. The person who took the shot took to social media to describe Naomi as a Christina Aguilera doppelganger. For the record, this is Christina Aguilera. This is Naomi Craig. Nothing about this story is normal, but even by up-late standards, that photo shoot is pretty demented. The reason I'm bringing up those pics is because Craig's state of mind will have some bearing on her sentence, as will the fact she pleaded guilty to all the charges, as will the fact she is a new mum. She gave birth to her student's child on January 8. Police confirmed the now 13-year-old boy is in fact the baby's father after they did a DNA test on the 33-year-old mother's recently discharged placenta. And yes, that sentence was as weird to say as it was to hear. The judge is going to have to discount her sentence because of those factors, and due to that, it may make it look like she's being treated differently to a male abuser.
So what can she expect to serve?
Melbourne teacher Malka Leifer got 15 years for sexually abusing 2 school kids under her care. Decent sentence, but that was a weird situation because Leifer had fled to Israel and was the subject of a decade-long extradition fight. Other more normal cases suggest pedo teachers don't go to jail for as long as we might ordinarily think is appropriate. 32-year-old Nicholas Visser originally got just 4.5 years for abusing a 15-year-old student over a period of close to 9 months a couple of years ago. He would have been eligible for parole in barely 2 years had the DPP not appealed and his sentence extended to 7 years. In 2012, a teacher known only as YJ because his name was suppressed was sentenced to 5 years for indecently dealing with 5 separate students. Dennis McKenna was considered one of Australia's most prolific pedophiles. He was a teacher at St Andrew's Hostel in Katanning, committed hundreds of offences against male students. His last stretch was only 9 years though. He could be back in society in a few months' time. McKenna's brother Neil was given 6 years for raping a 15-year-old at the same hostel. In 2001, teacher Daryl Vivian Ray got less than 4 years despite being guilty of 27 counts of indecently assaulting 18 male students at Melbourne primary schools.
4 years isn't much.
No, and minimum time served was to be just 17 months. Gets worse. Victorian teacher Nick O'Shea served no time despite admitting he sexually assaulted a heap of boys over more than a decade. So don't be surprised if Naomi Craig's out posting cringy social media pics sooner than you think. I'm Ben Harvey.